Modern is your oyster. Everyone says it all the time. Play what you love, play what you know, and you'll have a ton of...
Yeah. Looks like we're going to go ahead and we're going to be able to have a backup match here for you guys. So we're going to start up here in a minute. We're going to grab some deck lists here, and it looks like, speaking of very good players we have in the room, the ever-friendly Adrian Sullivan.
Such a nice guy.
He is playing. I saw this deck earlier. It was really sweet. So he has a bunch of Thing in the Ice, Jace's new cards in there, Blood Moons. I'll let you say the word for this one. You know
Disrupting
this.
Shoal.
I know that's just your baby.
Yes.
So.
Matt and I were talking on the way up, on the drive up, and I was just like, Disrupting Shoal has seemed like a very powerful Magic card to me. The problem with it is you lose a lot. You lose some card advantage, right? So if you don't know Disrupting Shoal, you pitch a blue card.
Has to be blue.
Remember that. Blue. We saw some people talking about that at GP recently.
We did.
But it must be blue, and it must be the CMC of the card that they're playing.
Yeah.
And so it's not quite Force of Will, because Force of Will you can pitch any blue card and counter.
That's right.
So there is that.
Fair and balanced card, by the way.
Yes, that means your deck has to be mostly blue.
Yes.
You need 1s, you need 2s, you need 3s, and you need 4s. Now the nice thing about Shoal is that it is a 2, so if you pitch Shoal to a Shoal, you get to counter a 2.
Okay.
So you're typically wanting to play a ton of 1-mana cantrips, and your 3-drop slot is where it gets a little tricky. You either want Vendilion Clicks or Electrolyze if you're like in a blue-red shell.
All right, looks like we're going to take you down here to the feature match area. And it looks like Angel is playing just Jund, but there's an Arlen chord in here?
Yeah, it looks like it's Jund with an Arlen chord. That's pretty sweet.
We're going to hop down here. So they're in here, underway here. And I think we're in game 3.
We are in game 3, so both players are one game
Both players
up.
set up, yep. And it looks like we're going to go ahead. Angel's going to go ahead and Inquisition on turn 1 here against Adrian.
So Adrian's got an Opt, a Serum Visions,
Cryptic Command,
and a
Pia
and Kieran Noir is going to be a house in this matchup. So here's another interesting thing. Notice Adrian's land. It's not upside down.
Yeah, he's okay. So
is he a refined man?
No. If you guys know anything about Adrian, he plays. He's an old school Magic player, and he plays with his cards facing his opponents typically. But I know Adrian, and he's no stranger to the feature match area, and he understands that it's difficult for people to watch that way. So he makes concessions to play in a different way in order to play on the feature match area, which we certainly appreciate. I'll make sure to bring it up to him afterwards.
Definitely appreciate. Also, Adrian's very known for shuffling through his hand really quickly.
Yes.
So
good thing we got Inquisition.
Yes. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't know what's going on. No turn 2 play from the Jund player?
Looks like he's getting ready to play a Tarmogoyf here. He knows mostly the coast is clear.
How many spell snares?
I think there was 0.
Okay, there are 0 spell snares in the 75.
Right,
it's definitely a card I like to my shoulder. Blood Moon Go.
I love it.
Ouch.
I love it.
Now, I wonder if Angel got Blood Moon in game 2.
That's why there's a swamp.
Because there is a swamp in play, yeah.
It could just be
fetch for it.
It could just be inferred information as well. A lot of these decks, if you see Sulfur Falls and a bunch of islands, you should be terrified.
Yes, absolutely. Angel, I like that he played his basic mountain, but he also didn't play it tapped. Under the new Blood Moon rules, all non-basics come into play untapped.
Yep. Let's see. So we're going to come in and smash for this baby Tarmogoyf. It's
looks like 2-3.
That's correct. So Adrian's all the way down to 18. All right.
Following up with a Bob. That's definitely a good start.
Yeah, Dark Confidant, very good here. Adrian.
So Adrian has 4 bolts in his main board, 1 Abrade. Now, we don't know how these players sideboard because we're just coming into game 3.
Yeah. Looks like that Pia and Corinne Nalar is from the board here from Adrian, though.
Yep.
There's none in the main. There's a pair in the board here.
And we're probably not going to see Shoal in this matchup.
I certainly don't think so.
Given how grindy it is, I think Shoal is probably one of the first cards you cut. But Shoal is really powerful, especially in like a Boggles meta.
Yeah.
On the draw, being able to counter their turn 1 Boggle.
Yeah, so this Tarmogoyf grows due to the Opt. Adrian's in a tough spot here.
Now, he does have the Pia next turn.
Yep. Going to take 0 from Bob. Bob's firmly on Angel's side this game.
Yep. Absolutely.
So, Liliana of the Veil. Too bad.
Yep. Can't cast those with double black
Liliana
cards.
the Uncastable, I believe, is the name of that card, the surname here.
Now, does he have... So, he's going to need to try to find a forest in order to cast Abrupt Decay. There's no real other way Angel can get this off the field, right?
I'm trying to dig through here. Is there Maelstrom Pulse?
Look like it. Oh, there is one Maelstrom Pulse, but I'll still need a green source for that.
Yeah. Collective Brutality. Pitching Mountain. So it looks like
a lot of his cards are unlocked, though. He's got Dreadbore, Collective Brutality, Kolaghan's Command. All of these can get back.
Oh, I forgot I saw this. Adrian has Entrancing Melody in his deck.
Oh, I love it.
Which is really good against Tarmogoyf.
I love it, yes.
Once they're Blood Mooned, Tarmogoyf, you can just steal this. So Angel going to come to the same determination that Entrancing Melody is going to beat him at some point, so he needs to get it off the table.
Absolutely.
Or out of Adrian's hand, excuse me.
Now, Adrian answering this Tarmogoyf, what kind of things are we looking at here?
Well, this Piankir Nalar is going to save some time, right? It's going to buy a ton of time.
It's going to buy him time, but it's not answering the card.
That's true. He's able to chuck Thopters. Oh, he just drew another Entrancing Melody.
Oh, wow. Okay, well,
all right.
That's perfect.
Thanks for taking that. We're going to go ahead and draw one anyways. Now you see why Adrian's a professional Magic player, right?
I mean,
that's just how this works.
To me, it's the Moto bug.
Could be.
You get Thoughtseize, you draw it. Or your opponent always does.
That's true.
It's like I took your best card and you just draw another one.
Kolaghan's Command's not really doing anything. A lot of these cards for Angel just not really doing much. The Kolaghan's Command, it doesn't really do much here, right?
Yeah, not at all. It looks like he does have a Bolt and he's got K Command, so that's representing 5 points of damage.
5 points, and I mean Adrian's at 9.
He's at 9, so
he's not out of the woods by any stretch.
Yeah.
I feel like Adrian's going to take this Tarmogoyf's going to take over the game at some point, right?
I would assume like he might even start attacking it because he has this Piankir Nalar.
Yeah.
But we will see.
Tarmogoyf's still just a 3/4. There's Entrancing Melody. There's Sorcery, Instant, and Land here currently.
He's also a blue source, which he now has Cryptic online.
I told you, he's a professional.
Yeah. So this is an interesting choice.
Are we bouncing? Are we really bouncing this?
I don't think we're bouncing the Bob. I think it's just whether or not we're playing Pia this turn.
Okay. That is a Bloodbraid Elf, which is Bloodbraid the Uncastable again.
Yes, and that is 4 damage represented for Adrian, for Angel, and Adrian cannot be more pleased about that.
Adrian's just a burn deck here, but he's burning with his opponent's Dark Confidants. Pretty solid.
I mean, and that might be his path to victory here.
It could be.
Just sit behind this Cryptic Command. And
wow. Bounce this, draw a card. Pretty good stuff. I like it here. Because now Adrian can just kind of go on the offensive here with this Tarmogoyf, right?
Exactly.
And that puts an instant oh, there was an instant, the Opt, excuse me.
Yep.
But there's a thing in the ice now. I think Adrian's just like a stone cold lock at this point, minus Angel hitting a basic land. Does he have a basic for it?
He does have one basic forest.
Okay. Yep. Tarmogoyf's still a 3/4. Yeah, tough sledding here for Angel.
So are you just playing both of your kind of threats, like your thing in the ice and your Piankir turn and passing for a turn?
I would. I don't see any reason not to at this point. You know.
All right, and we should have some tokens.
So it's down to, I believe Angel's down to 10 if I'm reading correctly here.
Yep.
So I mean, this is lethal on board, right? At this point.
If he's on 10 and he sacks 2 Thopters, that's represents 4 damage.
Yep.
So it takes him to 6, and then I think he's one short.
One short.
He can attack first.
He can attack, yes.
He can attack, then sack him. So yeah, definitely represents lethal.
Yep. So Adrian says, all right. I mean, Joseph does have this Lightning Bolt, which it was supposed to go at Adrian eventually at one point, and now I think it's reserved to kill this Piankir Nalar.
He has a K command, so he can certainly use that.
That's true.
It's a little bit better on his mana.
Very good.
And you can get the last card out of Adrian's hand.
Do you Shatter Shock here? Is that also a line where you have to kill the Pia and destroy a Thopter?
Maybe.
I think Angel needs time, and I don't know that he's going to get more. Does he know? I'm trying to remember if he knows the last card in Adrian's hand from that early Inquisition of Kozilek.
I don't think he does at this point.
So Tarmogoyf's a 3/4. 9 to 10 is correct. Okay, good.
So it looks like we are going with a K command.
You discard and shock is what it looks like.
So
okay.
Once that last card, and it was a Vendilion click. Okay, he did know about that
card.
He did know about that.
You're right. Yep.
Which is another threat you need to deal with.
Yeah, it's very scary.
It's definitely better than a Thopter.
I feel like we have to fire this Lightning Bolt off at some point. Just at I don't know. It's very hard, I think, here for Angel to come back in this game.
He needs it for us.
Brutality's good.
So he can kill this Goyf, right? He can Brutality the Goyf, and then bolt it.
Is that a winning line?
If he also drains...
Whoa, we're Dark Confidenting.
If he also drains, it definitely sets him up.
Well, we don't have another swamp now, so that's off the table.
So this turn it's off the table.
It's block bolt here, is that?
Maybe. He could go block bolt, hope to draw another K command.
Adrian going to fire off a Serum Visions here. Draw a card. I missed it. Was it an island?
Looks like a land, I think. And I think those are 2 lands as well.
Yeah, I like it. Just coming at you. Do your worst.
Block
away.
Now, can you really not block here?
I feel like you're blocking.
You're taking 6 down to 4. Every Blood-Buried Elf off the top kills you.
Wow, we're just going to take it.
Wow.
That's 6, right?
Yeah. 6 damage.
Down to 4. Here just says, go ahead.
Please.
What do we got? Are we just trying to...
Oh, wow.
Trying to burn him out?
Wow, okay, so...
Is that a realistic line? So we can attack for 2.
Yeah.
But if he hits... So he could hit...
He needs to hit bolt,
the forest. Or the forest is good here, too. 2, 3, 4. He needed a lightning bolt because he had the...
he has the brutality. Yeah.
Or he needed the forest to the Blood-Buried Elf could have been also the final point.
Now he's still alive. He can chump with the Dark Confidant.
Yes. This is going to be an interesting one, an interesting end here. So
we're definitely escalating.
Yeah, fire it up.
As many times as possible.
Fire it up, man. Get rid of this uncastable. Yeah, so we're doing everything here.
Yep.
So Adrian's down to 4. Angel's going to go up to 6.
All right, so we're killing a Thopter.
Yep.
Draining and looking at Adrian's hand.
And I believe it's an island.
I believe it is.
It is an island. Okay. Confirmed island, so Adrian's just shipping again here, right?
I would think so.
Another thing in the ice?
He pitched a Planeswalker, so now this is a lethal attack.
Of course, a 5/6. I believe Adrian drew a thing in the ice.
Adrian's at 2. Or no, he went to 4.
Yep.
Yeah. He didn't attack, right.
Block. Angel going to go down to 5 here. Another thing in the ice. Is that worth it? I don't know that it really matters.
I don't think I play it. I think I rep a counterspell. I don't think it matters too much.
And he knows about the island, but Adrian may just hold on to it in order to discard it to something if there's another discard effect.
Yeah.
Going to go ahead and play this thing in the ice. That's fine, too.
Yeah.
Just loading up here. Yeah, and I think Angel's just dead at this point.
Yep.
A bunch of lands and uncastables, I believe, is what's in hand.
Yeah, I think I didn't like pitching the Liliana because it added to the Tarmogoyf. And he had other spells that he could have pitched.
And just dead. All right, well, Adrian's going to move to 1-0. No surprise there. That Blood Moon really just did a ton of work.
You could see Adrian slammed it, and he was like, this is going to win the game if you can't answer it or don't have a basic forest. And sure enough, that's what happened.
All right, so I'm going to bring us back here.
Did you see if Adrian gave back the Goyf? I think he did.
Yeah, I think so. I mean...
It always happens. It happens at every event.
It does.
Someone steals something, and then they get a game loss because it's in their deck.
Yeah. Wow, and Trancing Melody pulled weight also. So it ate a discard spell, and then Adrian ripped another one, and then was able to steal a Tarmogoyf, which in Trancing Melody, pretty good stuff. So
yeah, absolutely. I'm a huge fan of that card in Modern. I think it definitely deserves a place, and I hope to see more of it.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put that card up real quick while we're here. So in Trancing Melody, if you aren't familiar, so this is it has an X in it and a double blue. So basically this was 4 mana take Tarmogoyf.
Yep.
And it's better in these kind of matchups over something like Sower of Temptation.
Yes.
Or people used to play Vendalken Shackles.
Yes.
And that was just getting blown up by things like Cull Against Command, Abrupt Decay, Maelstrom Pulse. This is, quote, clean answer to a Tarmogoyf.
Take your thing. You don't get it back.
Yeah, there's no way this is coming back to you.
Yes.
So this is actually a pretty nice little piece from Ixalan. I've seen a lot of it in these modern decks, in these blue decks, kind of just to fill that void of, wow, I can't beat Tarmogoyf because I'm playing blue-red without something like Roast. And sometimes Tarmogoyf outgrows Roast.
It can, yeah. It's not uncommon to see a 6 or a 5/6 Tarmogoyf nowadays.
Yeah, so in Trancing Melody, a nice little upgrade here. We just kind of saw the power of it, and Adrian's on a couple of them, I think, today, right? So he's on a pair, so he's also figured out that this card's pretty good. If Jund is going to be the deck, this is really good.
I really, really like it, yeah.
So, yeah, it looks like we're wrapping up here round 1. We have 7 rounds.
7 rounds of Swiss. It's going to be a good day.
Yeah, so I think we're going to take a short break here.
We'll get round 2 ready, and we'll be back soon.
Yeah, we'll be back here just...